very apt.
I'll let everyone know when they get in here, but the 21st, we can start earlier if we want.
Yogurt.
Because I won't be working.
Shit, what was I doing?
What was I doing?
What was I doing?
Hi, Marky!
Global.
Marky to the
Hold up, I think I need to do this. At Touche. At Evan, because I don't... I see Evangelist is on his phone. That's a bit worrying. That might mean he's out doing something. Oh, okay. Let's see what happens. I forget what I just got from my...
Oh, wow.
What's it called? Ooh boy, lots of ships. Trying to figure out what maps I have available to me. We'll figure that out later.
Available.
Bro, some of the names on Twitch accounts really be wild. And let me move over to here so I can get this set up. God fucking. I mean, I really could just set it to screen 1 because I very rarely have anything else pulled up there. But
hello, everybody.
Hello, Bull.
Hello.
Please
Bless
work.
you.
Is it working? It is. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, Eddie, will you be free at any point tomorrow?
I should be later in the evening, yes.
Okay, because we need to talk about what's going on with Vindrel.
Bro, just idle animation so long waiting for the party to catch up to him after that one session that he got DC'd.
No.
No, I know.
No.
Tell Windrell about the birds having
God,
bee talk.
please no. He doesn't need that.
No, it's probably gonna be a bit more lore heavy.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I feel kind of bad that Windrel was the one that was pushing to investigate the jewelry shop, and he wasn't there when the party did it. So I want to give him a little bit of something so that you don't feel like.
Bro just got fucking erased. Shit. I'm trying to see if I have any good.
Clea, thank you for reminding me. I have to upload that to YouTube.
Oh yeah, speaking of YouTube, let me make sure the export didn't fucking get rolled. And let's see what countries we're banned in. That's always fun.
Yeah.
Oh, rickroll.
Manage videos. Is it not done exporting? Nope.
Our goal really should be to see how many countries we could get banned in.
Alright, good news. We didn't get banned in any, I think.
Wow.
5 and 3 got dunked on. But, this recent one, the last couple of recent ones have been fine. I like that every stream has started, or every VOD has started on the Ipsia map. And I'm gonna keep it that way. Fuck you, Chimpy, you're getting erased. Get rid of that fucking button. I wish there was a way to turn that off on spawn. The stupid join voice and audio. Or join video and audio thing.
Oh, yeah.
You have to click on it every fucking time. Which is just annoying. No. No.
Oh, and then how do you turn that off?
You just click on it and then hope for the best.
Oh, cool.
This is 23. Damn.
Those maps are great, but you guys are very rarely exploring that kind of area. These ones are better, though. Holy shit, Torchy is so excited. You'll love to see it. Let me investigate.
It's been a while since I brought the snail perspective in.
Just a bit.
I don't know why I'm thinking of that now. That's kind of a random thing, but
Because Torchy just inspired you, you know?
that's true. Torchy reminded me of the torch that I introduced in Kurt's sister on to prevent a TPK, and that in turn reminded me of the snail perspective, who was not introduced to prevent a TPK. I don't remember why I put
The
snail there.
perspective.
The snail
Because the
is
snail is good.
It's by
snail
30.
is
Is it 30 by 50?
It's too late. The snail is there to stay now.
Oh, I hate this. This map. What is this map on a grid of? Is it 3055? That's a big map if that's the case. Oh my god, it's still going. How tall is this map? Christ.
Pretty tall.
Is it 3060? I think that's what it is.
I'm looking at all the VODs for our campaign that I posted, and you can tell when I forgot to upload because it's just a bunch of them were uploaded at the same day.
He's like, oh!
Whoopsies.
Grab my... Oh my god, I'm so hyped. I was irresponsible, and I got a thing of Pokemon cards, and it just happened to be one that had Weaviles in it. And I did, in fact, pull a hollow one, so life is good for me.
Ooh.
I don't think it's worth shit, but it felt hype. I don't think I need that running.
Most Pokemon cards are like hardly worth anything.
Yeah, this is true. However, I do own one card, albeit it's not in good condition, so it's not really worth a lot, but if it was in good condition, that motherfucker was like $200-something.
Damn.
Because it's like an old-ass Blastoise card, which I guess sell for a lot.
There's a card that I want, it's only like $3. I could buy it on eBay. I don't know why I haven't, but it's,
You can also just check, it might be easier just to find like a local card store and get it there.
I tried. None of them have the card because
yeah.
it's a bit old.
That's fair.
But it's a Gallade. It's a Gallade sitting on a hill with Wally, and I want it.
Actual Wally?
Yeah, like actual Wally.
Oh, the character. I
character.
I thought you were saying like Disney Wally.
Not the Disney robot, no. But from.
Oh, I thought that too. I was like,
no,
that's such an interesting crossover.
No, the quote-unquote rival from
Hello.
Gen 3. Hello.
Here exclusively to cause problems.
That's
Let's
just
go.
so untrue. Let's see. I'm just checking a couple more things and then we'll get started. I do need this. Oh, it's a PNG though. That's aggravating.
What file extensions don't we fuck with? What's everyone's least favorite file extension?
Probably WebP.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because
OGG.
WebP's just ignore me because a lot of the time you'll download an image thinking, oh yeah, this will be an actual JPEG or something, and it comes in as a WebP, and it just pisses me off.
Then you have to jump through hoops to get it as an actual image file.
Exactly.
.ogg is a
Ugh.
audio file format, and it's so I hate it so much because a lot of my friends took this class called Computers and Engineering, and one of the projects for that is to make a game, and a lot of them came to me for help with the music, and I was like, yeah, of course, I love making like random little chiptune shits, um, but the OGG file format is so compressed that by the end, it would just sound dog shit. It would sound like nothing.
Rusty.
Nice.
It would sound like crusty clicking.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Ugh.
Hell yeah,
So-
dude.
Yeah, fuck the .ogg format.
Anyways, I will
think
now
my
be
least
making.
favorite is dot file because why why would you upload anything as that?
'Cause it's
File
funny.
roulette.
It's
You never know what you're
quirky.
gonna get.
It's quirky, but yes. Anyways, we are back in the saddle again. That's the wrong notebook. Hold up, grabbing the wrong notebook. That's a tragedy.
Those are the right lyrics, though, so you're good there.
That is factual and true. Let me write down. This is session 8. We're almost at 10. Holy cow. At session 10, everyone, I don't know, does
Nice.
something.
It's Dungeons and Dragons and dicks down.
Amen, brother.
D and D.
D and D and D and
I
D.
hate it here. 1515 is the year that one is. Alright. Quick summary and then we'll get going. So, last session, you guys had all met back up with Notice after his day abroad. Eventually kind of finding out about his little shenanigans while he was missing from the group after leaving the Cloudburst Spire a bit premature. Him filling in that he went to a park and met with some strange women, and then investigated the deepest desire. And then that's kind of where you guys headed out from there, just checking it out after kind of hearing about what Notice had to say about it. Eventually getting yourselves there and coming into the strange environment that place gives off, with Jaylene and Notice kind of succumbing to the aroma, the aura, if you will, that the establishment has, where it kind of lets your inhibitions go by the wayside and you kind of just act a bit more impulsively against how you probably normally would act. Notice taking the brunt of it, eventually going to steal some drink and then causing a bit of a confrontation between himself and Seraph, with a bit of tension that had been boiling over from the days prior of working together. And then Notice runs off to do God knows what, returning feeling a bit better shortly after. And then you guys headed out from there to just go back home, I believe. And then on your guys' way back, you stumbled into what was essentially a group of ne'er-do-wells harassing a worshipper of Saloon, the goddess of the moon, I believe. And you guys kind of got yourselves put in to try to stop anything before it boiled over, but upon realizing that Jaylene and Varun were both holy people in the regards of being paladin and cleric, the scuffle kind of ensued with everyone trying to start out non-lethal, but things got a bit more intense as things went on, leading to a couple deaths, but 2 of them did in fact survive. And then you guys just went home. Seraph snuck away for a moment to do what she needed to do, eventually returning home. And as you guys were settling down, Seraph and Jaylene, you guys had the back door to the house blown wide open to the back alleyway. And that is where we pick ourselves up. Let me get some better fitting music, but if you guys want to roleplay out what happens when you fucking have that shit happen.
Jaylene's gonna jump off the couch
that's-
and whip around to see who's there.
Why is there Minecraft music playing?
I was gonna say.
I'm like, this is better fitting.
No. Alright, sorry, what were you doing, Jaylene?
She's gonna like fling herself off the couch and spin around toward the door.
Yeah, kind of like the, oh shit, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. You kind of get up and turn around the door, and you look out into the black, like pitch black alleyway out behind you. You don't see anybody or anything occluding the doorway.
Monka.
Seraph, how are you reacting to this? Hearing the loud from the floor below you, kind of muffled by the one floor difference, but you still hear it pretty loud and clear.
Yeah, she is definitely racing to get out of the bathtub. Kind of not really bothering to dry herself off that much. Actually, I think she has prestidigitation. She probably just uses that to
On her way
dry
down.
herself very quickly. Yeah, very quickly. And throw on a shirt.
Yeah,
She does not have time to put armor on, so.
Yeah, you scramble down the stairs, seeing Jaylene staring at the empty doorway. There's kind of a light breeze filling the room as the open air is kind of now accessing your home.
What's that?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Seraph is going to very quickly shut the door.
Yeah. Are you just closing it without looking out? Just like, oh, what the fuck?
I mean, she's definitely like glancing up to make sure nothing's there.
Yeah. Give me a quick perception check as you're kind of closing the door real quick. Holy shit, that's funny.
Main character energy.
Yeah, you poke your head out real quick as you're grabbing the door handle, and while you don't see anything, you do sense that there is something near, just kind of a vibe you're picking up, like almost like you can hear something breathing nearby as you kind of quickly close the door. But yeah, you
something out there.
Successfully close it.
You don't know how to dispel any magic, do you?
Hold on 1 second. I'm afraid not.
Okay, Seraph is going to test Agathis.
Uh-oh. And as you guys are kind of standing there having this quick conversation, you just hear... it didn't come through the mic, but a scratching sound against the stone walls of your house. As you're kind of standing there. There's kind of short and long scratches in terms of how long they are there for. Until it eventually stops as your Armor of Agathis begins.
Her sword in hand, Seraph is going to open the door again, kind of bracing for something to attack her as soon as she does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you open the door, and as you open it, you start hearing the sound of heavy footsteps clanking off, not clanking, but thudding off down the alleyway away from you. It's kind of like a scuttle, more than a normal person would like. Well, it sounds bipedal, it doesn't sound like a regular person.
Still not seeing anything, though,
No.
right? Okay, is there anybody else down the alleyway, or is it just... Is it, like, barren except for the sound?
It is just barren except for the sound.
Okay, Seraph is going to draw her pistol in her other hand, then, and shoot towards the direction that she's hearing these heavy
Alright.
footsteps.
Give me an attack roll at disadvantage, because you cannot see what you're trying to shoot at. Goddamn. 16. I say that as if I know the AC. Give me a second while I figure out what the AC is. Where? Why? Of course it's at the bottom of the stack. Of course. Anyways, let me find something that fits this. Because I was not prepared. Let me just give it a solar stat block. I feel like a 16 is gonna hit whatever I pick. But I want to make sure I'm consistent for when I have this show up at some point. As you kind of quickly hang off a shot down the alleyway, you kind of hear it scatter against the bricks of the houses below as you kind of see a few lantern lights shine into the windows, hearing this bullet not only just get fired off but also ricochet against their houses, as you do not feel it or sense that it made purchase amongst any living thing, as you kind of eventually hear the running sound scatter off into the distance until you can no longer hear its footsteps.
So it sounded like it hit the bricks, right? It didn't sound like it hit the metal of whatever this thing was.
No. It sounded more so that you just missed the target rather than it just didn't pierce armor.
Okay. So I'm just gonna holster her gun and go back inside then. She's not running out there without armor or anything. It's just bloody fantastic.
Do you think it'll come back? Whatever it was.
To say we don't even know why it was here to begin with, or what it was. Proud it's leaving onward. It was quick too.
You think it was an enhanced version of those things we fought in the sewers?
Remind me real quick.
Yes.
The creatures in the sewers, the larger ones, the ones that we also fought above ground.
The more humanoid-looking ones.
Yes.
Mhm.
Did those ones have like a particular scent to them?
Scent?
Yeah.
Was Sarah...
Like I would guess bad. I mean we got close
General
enough to
rule
it
of
to
thumb,
look at the
bad,
color of
yeah.
its blood, so like okay. Was there anything like that when Sarah opened the door or went to close the door?
I would say it has a similar, like, I guess motif to it, but I wouldn't say it's the exact same. Kind of like how wet dogs all kind of smell similar, but not the exact same, in a sense. It kind of is that kind of thing, where it's like, it's a similar vibe to it, but not the exact same notes it was hitting before.
Was something there at least. Death, a decay on the wind, but also something sweet, sickeningly so. Guess that they're related, but whatever this thing was, it had the aid of magic.
And whatever it was intelligent enough to run away instead of attempting to cause a scene.
Get it, it's too late to worry about any of this.
True.
We'll sleep in shifts for tonight in case it comes back or something else comes back. You rest first.
Sorry, did you say that Jaylene could rest first? Or...
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Very well. Just wake me up when it's my turn.
Sure thing.
Jaylene is going to pass out because she is still bloodied.
Yes, you
It's
go
just more
sleepy.
problems, isn't there?
Yeah. Sarah, if you take watch, letting
Yeah,
Jaylene.
she will put her armor back on as Jaylene gets comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you kind of get yourself a bit more geared up, having dealt with whatever that was. Just kind of posting up somewhere in the house. I assume by the back door. You
Yeah,
kind
since
of,
that's where it first tried
Mhm.
to come in through.
as you kind of are sitting there, just waiting for something to happen. You're kind of nodding your head as that tiredness kind of sets in, having you be the first person to take it rest or take watch. You haven't really gotten much rest, but nothing happens during your time on watch. You kind of sit there, kind of on bated breaths, just thinking something at any moment could just blow the door open once more. But an eventful watch. And then Seraph, I assume you hand off shift to Jaylene once she's had enough sleep, and you guys all get your long rests.
Yes.
And before Jaylene takes her watch, she's gonna put her armor on just in case something does happen.
Yep. Yes, the morning rises once more as a nice golden sunrise crests over the horizon on this mostly cloudy day.
And waking up, the sun being up, Seraph is going to go outside to look at the scratches, the damages.
Alright, 1 second. Let me put on the regular playlist.
Pancake's been shot.
No, I shot Pancake in the head.
No.
Excuse me. Let me turn off the repeat because I think that's still going. Yes, you step outside to your back alleyway, seeing a few bits of brick on the ground after your bullet chipped out some of it. But you can see that there is some kind of writing on the wall of your home.
Is it in common or?
Let me check.
no.
Important question.
Yes, it is common, but it is notably. The handwriting is absolutely horrible, as if it's someone who has seen common for the first time.
Fantastic.
But you can see.
The best approximation I can make.
Yes. But inscribed on the wall, you can see carved in, just scratched in by, well, it's some implement, you're not sure which. You can see in large words, lost with a question mark written.
Huh.
So just, but very choppily written.
You know, honestly, that's an awful lot of trouble to go through for something that isn't even remotely useful.
Is there anything else around, like footprints or something that was left behind by them?
I would say there's nothing for footprints to be left on, as this is stone on a stone alleyway. The most. Yeah, no, you don't. You wouldn't be able to see. There are no visible tracks.
Okay.
Sarah's gonna try and get a better look at the carvings and see if she can figure out what might have made it, if it might have been left by a claw, perhaps a chisel or some sort of weapon.
Give me a probably just a general nature or intelligence check, whichever one suits your fancy. God, okay, no more rolling for you. You're done.
Oh,
I'm taking away your dice privileges.
But
My God.
You have to use an abacus to roll now.
but my main character energy.
The abacus?
Fucking advocate.
No.
Throw the abacus against the wall.
No, you look at the inscriptions, just very closely analyzing just the pattern in which the scratchings occurred and just how it interacted with the stone, and you could see it was made by, while not a finely crafted blade, it appears to be more done in straight lines that a claw would not be able to do without making some serious injury to the clawed individual. So you discern this is probably done by some kind of weapon or implement.
A small consolation, it was a blade responsible. We're not dealing with some monster mutated with massive claws capable of cutting through stone.
Well, that's good at least.
Yes. Won't make a difference if this thing decides to come back looking for blood. Still, if it was aggressive, it probably would have attacked when I went to open the door and not fled. It wouldn't have become invisible if she thought that I was going to harm it. Well, to say I don't envy the folks working in the city anymore. This is the kind of thing that they have to deal with. At least being at sea, things are much simpler. People don't go scratching cryptic messages into the decks of boats. I mean, they could try, certainly, but you know that they'd be somebody on the ship already. Much smaller pools to deal with. But I'm not going to get any answers staring at this all day, so why don't we go see if anybody's found any leads for us, and with any luck, Meadows and Harlan will meet us there.
I agree. Before we head back into the house, Jaylene is gonna look down the way the dude fled, or the thing fled, and see if they left if they skidded on anything or disrupted pavement or roof
Give me a
tiles or
perception
anything.
check as you're kind of looking down to see that.
Because we're so good at these guys.
Damn.
Oh.
Seraph's taking all the goddamn luck. See what you do.
I'm sorry.
Wait.
I'm
This is
sorry.
why you're not rolling
I'm sorry.
anymore.
I'm sorry.
You have the winds around. You're unable to kind of discern anything looking at the stone. You glancing at, you're like, you kind of think for a moment that it would be very difficult to see anything like that in the stone on the throughout the city streets here, as it's pretty well kept.
Okay.
But yeah, gang, what are you up to now? As for Notice and Varun also waking up at this time, what do you guys do as you first wake up in this morning?
I
Explode.
make oh, Jesus. Varun walks upstairs, just sees blood, like organs gone.
Without missing a beat.
No, I make some tea and just sit outside and watch the sunrise.
Yeah. And the tea kind of warms your hand as this brisk morning sets in. And Varun, what are you doing as you wake up?
Probably the same, actually. I make 2 cups of tea, one for myself and one for the landlady, because she also gets up at around the same time. I'm assuming it's like earlier.
Yeah.
I make 2 cups of tea and give one to her. And I'm like, good morning.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm,
Kind of closes the door, takes her tea,
yep.
your cup included.
Varun goes back and makes another cup of tea for himself.
No, not your cup as in like your drink, but like she takes
Oh,
the
okay.
teacup.
Alright, I
with
was
her.
like, damn, bro, both of them.
No, she
I
does not
needed
take
one of
both of
those.
them. No.
Okay. Alright,
No,
sorry.
No, that imagery is very entertaining. This little old lady just takes yours and just walks away. No.
Mm-hmm. She grabs both cup. Okay,
No,
alright,
she
yeah.
just grabs the one.
Okay. Yeah, I go back up to my room and just kind of sit by the window,
A sippy.
contemplate.
Seraph and Jaylene are headed to the Watcher's Spire.
Alright. Yeah, Varen, as you're contemplating, what's your passive perception?
Good question. Hold on. I got it right here. 11.
Okay, yeah. You just look out over the ambient crowds that are beginning to make their way through the streets. Not like crowds, but just the city life coming to waking up. People going to partake in the continued festivities. The day is the second day of the Festival of the Auroran. Or Festival of Auroran, rather, not the Aurora. I guess technically, fucking conjecture. But yeah, there's a bit of people out kind of just getting ready for the day.
Gotcha.
The city begins to hum to life, gently, softly even. Yeah, you finish drinking your tea, kind of set it off to the side so you don't forget it somewhere, and then head down, finding Notice also drinking some tea. You don't know where he got it.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say there's only one stove in this whole building. I don't remember seeing him boiling water.
I've
I don't
traveled quite a while. I can gather leaves and boil water myself.
Right, okay.
The
Sure.
climate is perfect here for mint tea.
Mint.
You can find it growing in the cracks in the cement.
Bro,
the best image in my head right now.
Is you know what? I'll take your word for it. I'm more of a green tea person myself.
the city streets, jungle juice tea.
Literal concrete jungle juice. What are your plans for today?
I don't think that's up to me.
Oh. Well, then we can head to the Watcher's Spire if you'd like.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Notice and Varun make their way to the Watcher's Spire.
You guys begin heading towards the center of the city once more to meet at the Watcher's Spire, the home of the City Watch. Kind of pushing through the city streets as that cold morning air crests you in your nice, warmly woken up cheeks as it kind of leaves a small twinge with you. Oh, that dice just went somewhere I really wish it didn't. Oh, you bastard, man. Oh, it went deeper.
Are we gonna need to call like hospital? Is that like the kind of place it's not?
No.
You didn't want it, or
No. It went in, of course, there's like a trash can sitting next to me, and it just dipped straight to the bottom.
oof,
Got it. All right.
tasty.
But yeah, you guys push through the newly humming to life city streets as people are beginning to set up their little, just random street vendors and such. The decorations once more lighting up the streets and these cascades of lights going from building to building, is kind of giving it the illusion of being within a constellation. Even in the morning light, it still is bright enough to kind of see that patterning. To eventually arrive at the front of the Watcher's Spire. Notably, as you guys all arrive here, probably pretty close in terms of time since you're both coming from residential district, that the Watcher's Spire seems a bit busier today.
Varun, do you know anything about this?
I mean, with everything that's happened in the past few days, I'm not surprised. But...
Varun, make a... actually, no check required. While you do see that it is busier today, you would also note that a lot of the people here aren't in the traditional Jivaruk Watcher's uniform. They appear to be in a separate uniform, almost more, not mercenary, but more militarized.
I'm not terribly surprised, given everything that's happened the last few days, but I agree, this is beyond typical.
But yes,
Like,
Jaylene and Seraph, are also arriving about the same time as them, so you're kind of walking up behind them as they're having this conversation, as you can kind of see them pointing out at the group of people that are kind of patrolling around the buildings.
I say we keep moving. Don't give them trouble, they probably won't give us trouble.
where should we head?
I assume
I guess.
to the sewers.
Oh, right.
Back entrance.
We need to do that.
That was up there, Cloudburst Spire,
Oh.
right?
Yes,
Or am I
let's-
mixing up
Nope,
spire names?
you are correct.
No,
Cloudburst
you're
Spire
right, you're right.
is the main capital spire where pretty much all the
Yeah.
government stuff happens. So the Watcher's
This-
Spire is the home of the Watchers, obviously, which is
Yes,
more of
this
like
is-
the investigative
This is where we
force.
dropped off all of the evidence that
Yeah.
we found.
It's like a detective
Oh.
agency.
I say we check in with these folks first, see if they have anything to say about the evidence we dropped off, and then circle back to the Cloudburst Spire like we intended to yesterday.
Yes.
Seems like our best course of action. So we're gonna head inside and visit our good friend.
What's his name?
Eric? That's
Eric.
a Final Fantasy 14 reference.
What's his name? I forget this every goddamn
wrote-
session.
I wrote this one down. I wrote
Which-
this one down. I wrote this one
Wait,
down.
which one? Are we talking about, the dude we don't like? Or I don't like? What's his name?
No.
No, that's Jen.
Ah,
That's Overseer Jen. This is the. We met this guy in session 3, didn't we?
oh, I have his name. Let me
I
find
still
it.
haven't taken notes for session 3.
I
Goddamn.
believe it's Terrell Fayfair you're looking at.
God. Yeah. Yep. That's him.
That's so funny.
He's the guy.
That'll be him.
Look, in my defense, his name isn't anywhere in the session notes. How can you expect me to remember?
I mean, I ain't be putting names in session summaries. I should, but when I'm writing them, I don't have my notes usually. It's just going off the stream of thought. But anyways, yeah.
Can you spell his name so that I can write it down?
Yeah. I think it's that. And if it wasn't that before, it is now. Smile. 'Cause I closed
No,
my-
that's correct. That's the way I have it.
Let me just keep that page of my notebook open instead of closing it with all of the fucking important names. I should probably keep expanding. Whatever.
Real quick,
And
hey Rel, what does he work as?
He is essentially not. What you could essentially assume to be the captain of the Watchers.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Not necessarily like commissioner or anything. That's kind of the seat Jin fills, but
Commissioner Gordon.
yeah.
And this is the person we handed over the bag and the instruments to, or
Yeah.
was that someone else? Okay.
I thought we gave it to Villaron.
Was it Vieron? Shit. Hold up.
Yeah, I think it was
That's what I have
Villaron.
in my notes.
Vieron. Okay, I need to fix this. Yep, that's wrong.
Okay,
I gave you the wrong
alright,
name.
You're
I gave you the
you're
wrong
not
name.
allowed to make fun of us for this anymore.
Nope, Vieron.
This
Well,
one.
I have two
Because
of the
there was
Watchers.
someone else who lived. That was
Terrell.
Terrell. We met
Terrell
him and
was a
Villaron.
different investigator. Within, I have them right next to each other in the notes, and then I went straight to where it said Watchers and did not look lower where it was Vieron right there. But yes, Vieron I'm not even Bernos. Sorry, I don't know why it was so hard.
Bernard? Sorry.
Yes. Actually, I kind of like that spelling. Yeah, sorry, no, I was looking at the wrong name. Terrell is a not entry level, but just a detective.
Yeah.
Investigator. Vieron is the actual captain. Sorry.
Okay. So we head inside and we see Vieron.
Yes.
Okay.
I think he was human.
He was no, he was.
Half elf.
Vieron is an owl folk.
Owlfolk?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Owlin. I need to make sure I write down who is what race, because I forgot to do that.
We make our way up to his office and I sort of knock on the door and see
Mhm.
if I'm assuming I hear something like I come in.
You're come in. You're right on time.
Detective Barnos, do you have any information about the evidence we left with you yesterday?
Right. We got some stuff going. Some of it's being a bit more troublesome. We're still. What we've been able to crack thus far is, let's see, kind of opens up his notes. Alright, well, obviously there's some enchantment magic on the instruments you handed us. They appear to do different things, including not limited to enhancing the auditory sound of the instrument and the player's ability, along with resonating with the audience's auditory reception of the brain a bit better to really make things stick. That's the kind of things we found on those. Though we have found that it appears that what's remaining of it is that of remnants as if it had faded, which is an odd thing because magic typically doesn't fade like that. That's what we found on those. The coin we have still no clue on. We tried investigating the patine on it, and it seems that whatever this metal it's made out of is now that color, though we aren't able to recognize whatever that material is. At this junction in time, we'll keep our materials specialists looking at it for the time being, though no promises can be made unless this is a somewhat known but forgotten material. Either way, we're going to keep looking into that. The notes, I mean, they seem to check out with what, I mean, they're consistent across themselves, so we'd have to check with some people to get alibis on that, so we'll send that out at some point. And then the frog you guys gave us is the one we've been having the most amount of trouble with, because while we are recognizing that there is some amount of transmutation magic cast on the poor fucker, it doesn't seem anything we have here is capable of breaking it, so we'd have to glean. We're gleaning that it wasn't just your typical transmutation, like a spell of any kind. It might be something a bit more sinister, a bit more dark. So we'd have to talk to a curse breaker somewhere to see about getting that done. That might be something you might need to look into, because typically we're not authorized to speak with curse breakers unless absolutely necessary. And currently, as we just found out this morning, priorities are moving around, and you're probably going to need to check in with someone about that. Things are getting weird.
What happened this morning?
Word came in from up higher up about changing the investigations priority system here. It's getting handed off to someone else, so not sure what that means for your guys' contract.
What? Wait, no, hold on. What's going on?
Yeah, I assume you noticed the fine folk downstairs. Takes like a longer sigh.
Pardon?
I don't know what exact word and reasoning is, but it seems that the government's getting a bit more aggressive with this, and I don't know how that stands with your guys' contract, so you probably want to talk back at... Am I fucking up the spires? No, Shield Spire. You might want to check back at the Shield Spire to see what's happening there, unless they got a hold of you.
Not
We have
yet.
not heard from them.
No, this is
Huh.
completely blindsiding us.
But as of this morning, the seats of sovereign, after I guess a long debate they started early this morning, decided to pull in the spears of Shivaruk. They're pulling them in, and we're gonna be. They're taking a bit more of authority over the situation.
Can I have one of those instruments?
Give me a persuasion check. And I will
Okay.
say... You don't know why, but at advantage.
Okay. Let's see this.
Damn, you didn't even need it. Like, yeah, it seems that, one of them got written out as, disposed of. And he'll hand you let's say the loot.
Oh, I love the loot. Thank you.
This doesn't make any sense.
You're telling me.
We need to talk to Jin.
I agree. You haven't heard from him, have you?
I've not gotten word from him. I've only gotten word from the new guy in charge.
Who's
Seems
the new guy in charge?
that'll be Volok Ustir, the head of the spears. He's something, all right.
Are the spears basically the equivalent of the army?
Yeah. You have the shield, which is the
Shield.
protectors, and the spear, which is the army.
Yes, I'm sure increasing militarized force is going to put everybody at ease and scare off all the baddies.
Yeah. It's not exactly the thing you need to be having around this time of year. I'm guessing...
There's movement in the city. Just
What was that?
move. Nothing.
Alright. But, I'm not in on those meetings that the seats have, but I'm guessing the things that happened in the last couple days probably got to them a bit more than they would have liked, and they're acting a bit out of rash. That's
Yeah.
off the record, just between you and I's people.
Of course. Can't help but wonder if there's something they know that we don't.
I agree.
I guess I'll have to find out eventually. But... Yeah, I'd recommend talking to someone about what's happening, because I know you guys were on contract, and that's a whole nother debacle. I've been there plenty of times before I started here.
We should go find Jin.
For Mercy, them trying to sever that contract is going to draw them into a lot more paperwork than simply allowing us to continue our investigation.
It all just depends on whether they're taking, all right authority here.
Perhaps still legally obligated to pay us out, as it were.
Yeah, one would
sure
hope.
that they'd rather not get too long political diatribe with the Lionelist family. If they're doing this in the name of peace, the last thing that they want is
Oop.
a big scandal across the papers.
Yeah, they already deal with scandal enough, let me tell you.
We'd best be off to go see Jin. Hopefully he's not occupied at this juncture.
Hopefully his wounds have healed a little bit.
Hopefully he has some information for us.
Hopefully he's not an asshole.
Okay, alright.
Okay!
Perhaps you'd be better off waiting outside while we talk to Jin.
Detective Barnos, that'll be all.
Kind of gives you a little two-finger salute. And, if anyone asks, that loot went missing beforehand. Gives you a small
What
wink.
loot?
Right
Right.
on.
I like it already.
Alright, we're gonna head over to the Shield Spire.
Yeah, Shield Spire. Yeah, you guys now kind of being fully tipped off to it, you guys are really starting to be keenly aware of this military presence throughout the city, as you're seeing people in a bit more obvious armor than what the city guard tends to wear. The city guard, while they wear armor, they do what they can to kind of dress over it so that as to not give the civilians unease if they have to worry about being in an active war zone. But with the presence of the spears now within the city, you can see that people are walking around if they're not entirely plate mail, but like that kind of heavily armored aesthetic happening, where people are walking throughout the city just proudly toting their Jivaruk Ipsian armor, their crests on each depending on their battalion and such. It is a bit overwhelming considering the situation the city's in with the festival to see these people ready and almost raring to go for combat, intermixed with the people who are just trying to enjoy the holiday. But as you kind of push through the city, you also note as you're pushing through the center of the Spire district that there is such a heavy presence of military here as you're pushing through, eventually getting to the Shield Spire, which again has more of these spears here. Not nearly as much as, say, around the Cloudburst Spire, but still enough to cause a bit of pause for you. But yes, you guys enter the foyer of the Shield Spire.
Is there someone at the front desk?
No, not presently. The Shield Spire, for the most part, you're good to go where you need to go.
Okay, alright. Yeah, we try and make our way up to Jin's office.
Yeah, you step into the levitators and press the button, or not press the button, but you kind of conjure it to go to where you need to go. Getting to Jin's office, where you would normally have seen his door open, you can see it is closed, and you can kind of hear some discussion from behind there. Voices you do not recognize.
Seraphi's gonna pause and try to listen in.
Alright, give me a perception check, anyone who wants to listen in.
Can I just use my passive perception?
Normally, yes, but this is a more of active listening. God
Sarah! Damn it! Fuck!
Damn!
I promise this is just me clicking buttons.
I'm gonna
I
call
swear.
Roll20.
I
This shit's
swear.
bugged.
I stole some of her luck. It's mine now.
I swear.
Notice, give me a perception check if you're going to try to listen in.
Man.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna
There's
sit
some
on the floor and wait.
Alright, yeah, you kind of
He
plop on
doesn't
down.
want to know anyways.
But the two main characters, I guess, kind of put your ears to the door and you can kind of hear this very gruff-sounding voice. One that you do not recognize. Be like, listen, the things that are happening, we need stock control. And one swift movement, we cannot allow what is happening to occur. And in a different voice that you also don't recognize, a bit more, less of one of a, not really one of a fighter in any way, but more so someone else. I agree with you. This entire situation has been hurting the city quite very much, and we need to handle it as per our requests. Well, your requests, but remember to check in with what you find. And as you guys are listening and you hear them stepping towards the door, what appears to like sound of very nice shoes, almost like high heels, you would assume just from listening in, as the door begins to swing open.
Seraph is gonna like pose her fist as if she was just about to knock on the door.
Alright, give me a deception check.
I promise not to nat 20 this one. I promise.
That
No,
would be,
what? No, this one should probably
it'd be
nat 20.
statistically unlikely.
Oh.
Let me give them a. They kind of look at you. You know it's rude to listen in, darling.
I wasn't doing anything of the sort.
She gives the person in front of you gives you that single eyebrow raised. Whatever.
Well, when you're talking that loudly, it's hard not to.
That's still common courtesy, darling. And she's just gonna push
I
past
can't
you.
very well shut off my ears.
She just
Where is
keeps
Overseas?
pushing past you.
Heard, you should be talking with a whisper.
At this point, she's already in the levitator going down as you're
Yeah.
kind of trying to get that
Seraph
last
doesn't
word in.
care. Seraph doesn't care. She did get the last word in.
But yes, you can see.
Nobles.
Yeah, nobles. I don't think any of you would have recognized that lady, but she certainly was there.
What does she look like?
Let me check my notes to see if I established what race she is. Otherwise, I'm gonna make some shit up.
I need a picture.
Do I have a picture? That's a good question. Let me see. Actually, I might actually have one for you. Characters. Nope. Where are my tokens? Tokens would have been NPCs. I do have one for you guys. Oh, goody. Oh, good joy. Joyous day.
Joyous
Does not need to
day.
be this big. Yes, you can see this finely dressed, blue-skinned, and darker blue-haired tiefling woman kind of glance on by you with her very finely kept clothes.
So she's attractive.
Oh.
If that's the case.
How? Blue hair, blue skin immediately sets off my Beck response. I know it's not because,
There would be
yeah,
a few permissions
Avatar
I would have
syndrome.
needed first.
yeah, I know it's not, but that description just immediately sets me off. What was she wearing?
Very fine clothes, like that of someone who is well off.
Any crests she was wearing?
Would Seraph have been looking for them in the interaction? Because it also would have just been a very brief glancing by in which you would have been able to see it. So I would
Yeah,
probably...
I mean, if it was something noticeable that she was wearing,
I would say it wouldn't be of anything
everywhere.
noticeable if that's the case. Nothing
Okay.
overtly, like, on, like, a lapel pin or anything. It would have been... the best I could
Yeah.
give you is that there was a chain around her neck, but the rest of that pendant was tucked within her robes.
Okay. Yeah, in the interest of Seraph does not like this person anymore and has put her on the hit list. She would have been looking for something to recognize her again, but it was a very brief interaction, as you said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, but yes, as you guys kind of not open, but kind of step into the now open double doors leading to what you would have known to be Jin's office, you can see standing behind Jin's desk with a large, what would appear to be city map, smile as if I had one, one day. This large, I need a race. I forgot to pick that. Which is that? Let's say Goliath. So like half giant man, adorned in this heavy armor with a battle axe kind of tucked against the side of the desk, staring at you all intensely as you enter in Jin's place.
Who are you?
Me? I am Volok Steer. Who might you be?
You spell that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, if you're going to write, if you're going to make
understand.
names that are hard to spell, I'm going to ask you to
I
spell
understand. I
them.
understand.
Sarah says that.
My
in
name
real
is
life. She's
Carl
like,
Bob.
Robert Johnson.
Robert Johnson, yes.
We're looking for Overseer Jin. We wanted to verify the status of our contract given recent events.
Oh, here's a... Kind of pauses for a moment looking over. Contractors that he hired. As of this morning, we are currently no longer in need of your service, and Jin is indisposed on injuries from the day prior. If you need to find him, good luck.
What do you mean good luck? Where is he?
Probably at his home. So...
What do you mean probably at his home? How
It
do you
is
know
not
he's
my business to
indisposed?
know what he does with his time on injury. All I know is
So he's the one who called in the injury.
It was not him who called it. In fact, he went against the call of us. But it was the will of the seats that put him on leave.
Why are you all here?
Because that is what the seats wanted. They wanted this situation handled quickly so things can get back to normal as fast as possible. It would have seemed that they sat idly by for a bit too long.
So they put you here? They wanted the job done quickly and they put you here?
Indeed they did.
Where's my money?
You completed no job. There is no money for you yet.
No, but we were.
Actually, I
working in
worked
service.
several days. And funnily enough, you can't work without being paid. Job completed or not.
We should note that all militarized contracts in service to the city have a clause demanding payout for services.
Okay. Hold up now. Now we're getting into a point where you're writing shit I didn't write. Now let's hold on to that one. It's my tapestry to weave.
I understand that, but also when you cancel a contract like this, there almost always is the clause that you do have to pay at least partially.
Yes, but
For the
yeah.
Regardless of how this was canceled, even government contracts usually have that kind of clause.
Dude was hoping we didn't know that.
Seraph is military. She would notice.
Seraph got bored one day and actually read the fucking paperwork she got when she got hired, and she's like, "Oh shit, what the fuck? That's crazy."
Oh, shit. We can...
Yeah, I just wanted to. I understand what you're going after. I just wanted to stop you before we got into too far of the player writing something before.
That's
DM
valid.
approval.
That's valid.
Because while you are correct, there is some kind of clause. I didn't want to let it go out of hand before I lost full control over it.
Okay.
But he's like, I suppose you are correct on that. Services rendered. You worked about, 2 days? From my knowledge.
No, it was more than 2.
Allow me to check. It would appear that you started work on the... Hold up as the DM double check, so nobody butt in on him, please.
He's consulting with God.
You would have started on the 15th, in which it is now the 18th, but considering you've done no work today, that was about 15th, 16th. I suppose you are correct, 3 days, but I don't know what you did yesterday. Actually, no, you guys started work... No, correction. No, while you started work the 15th, it was like the end of the day that you accepted the contract, so... You accepted it the 15th, towards the end of the afternoon, hence... Only the 16th and 17th really counting as services rendered days, in which you are billable contractors. So for 2 days of work of this type, and now Eddie pulls out the DMG to check on incomes. Actually, I think that's PHB that has incomes. For some
That
fucking
would be
reason.
true if we were prescribed
What
to
is
our
the
contract.
minimum wage in
It's
Chivalry?
not hourly that I'm looking at, but it is a portion of your salary. One moment. Kind of pulls out comically small spectacles to rest them on his large nose. Just thumbing through a fucking book. Where the fuck
Sting in
is
his voice.
Rose in the holiday spirit.
It is the holiday season. This is essentially their Christmas.
Exactly, exactly.
Fair wage for the days you would, which 8,000 gold contract, but cancelled early. The minimum as per requirement. Yes. He opens up a drawer of Jin's desk and pulls out. How many of you are there? 4 of you? Yeah, there's 4 of you. He pulls out 4 leather-bound satchels. Like pouches, rather, not really satchels. In clause here, you can see that contracts ended before completion by government mandate for a situation in which the seats have prescribed all contracts end a fair payout for, depending on the days worked, payout of 80 gold pieces each, which you will find here. Takes off the glasses, kind of scowls. So I smile at you guys.
I want a written receipt of this transaction.
It's literally in the bag here, but okay. He writes down that you got 80 gold for incomplete, or not incomplete, but government mandated end of contract.
Sir, can I speak to you alone outside?
Is that to the big man?
Yeah.
Comically small man to comically big man. Alright. What is the... Give me a persuasion check, and as intent, what is the tone? Is this like I'm gonna try to kick your ass, or is this like a...
No,
Hey,
this
man.
is like I want to yell at you. I cannot fight this man.
So verbally kick his ass. Yeah, give me a
Yes.
persuasion check.
Nah.
No.
No.
What? That's what I rolled.
A 2.
Damn.
A 2.
Rest in pieces.
Where did my pencil go?
I didn't even take it off advantage too, so that's what I.
The first number, the one on the left, is what I always assume to be the first roll.
Oh my
Where
God.
is my pencil, man? Oh, there it is. No, I think I would prefer to stay here. No sense talking about something that's already been established and cannot be negotiated out of. If there's any other information you might have, I suggest turning it in through the right means.
We'll be sure to
Didn't get time
do
to
that.
reach his office before you appeared here.
He went to receive medical attention before he came back here, so I am unsure whether he did or did not.
After verifying that the receipt that she got is accurate and properly signed, Seraph is just gonna walk out.
Jaylene's gonna follow because she doesn't want to be in the room when Notice starts yelling at the D.
Yeah, you guys receive 80 gold in the pouch.
80 gold each, correct?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I think we should leave.
Agreed. Varun is glaring daggers and gritting his teeth.
He just kind of
I'm
meets you
tired.
stony, stoically eyed.
Mm-hmm. We just turn heal and leave.
Where did I write that down?
I follow.
My brain is forgetting the name of the districts. I need to double check it. I forget who was in charge of what. What page was that written on? There it is. One. Wait. I'm missing one. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Are you goddamn kidding me? There's 7 districts. Fuck. Got it written down in here. I don't remember if it was the Shield District or if it was something else. This is pissing me off. I didn't write down what that district was. It's fine. Don't worry about that later. But yes, you guys are leaving the Shields district. Or was it only 6? Oh my god, no, it was definitely 7. Does anyone have them written down somewhere? This is pissing me off.
What written down?
The names of all the districts.
Oh no.
I do
I do
not
not.
know.
Fuck, that's pissing me off. Because I'm missing one of them from my fucking notes. Why did...
I think you always were.
No, I know there was... Did I never write that down? I'll handle that later. Because there's 7 districts. Because one of them is the one that's headed, that is essentially like the police, not the police district, but it's the one that, where there's a lot of military, like, not presence, but like, military operation bases here, like headquarters. And I don't have the name of it written down, and it's pissing me off. Because I don't think it was the Shields district. The Shield Spire is the center of it, but it's not the Shields district. Whatever, I'll figure it out later. But yes, as you guys leave the Shield Spire, everyone, put your in the text chat. Just put your passive perceptions. I just want to double check to see who sees what. 11.
Actually, before
12.
we leave the Shield Spire,
Yeah.
is it possible to see if Quartermaster Gerard is still there?
Gerard,
I want to see if he knows anything.
are you looking around for him?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You go to the best place to look is like the armory / storage floor. And yeah, you see Gerard with his big old backpack on his back again. Kind of pushes up his glasses at seeing you. Well, hi there. How are you? Nice to see you're still around and doing well, I hope. Yeah?
I've been better. Are you... I'm sure you've seen all the changes that have been made since this morning.
Gee, yeah, sure. I've been running around getting people what they need. A lot of guys now in the building that I don't really recognize. Huh? No, that's about the end of my sentence.
Gotcha. Right, okay. Do you know anything about all of this?
I'm too low on the pay grade to get in on those meetings.
Have you heard anything about Jin since yesterday?
I helped get him to the medical attention, but beyond that, I don't know what happened to him once I got him there.
I see. You wouldn't happen to know where he lives, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right.
I mean, my best guess, it's not really going to be a useful guess, but, you know, residential or the Dreamers District, but I'm not, I've never had cause for me to get his home address.
Right. No. Of course. All right. I just wanted to check in with you. Thank you, Gerard.
He kind of gives you a small little nod and gets back to collecting some things from the shelves around the storage rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, meanwhile, you two are having that conversation. You two being the text chatters. If you want to carry that out in voice now, it's up to y'all as you step out of the building.
No mistake then. No, you shouldn't have to worry for too much longer.
But yeah, as you all step out, Jaylene with the 18 passive perception, you would notice standing across the way at the square here in front of the Shield Spire in the, fuck it, we're going to name it something district. We'll call it the Vanguard District. As you kind of are looking out over the square, you can see an individual wreathed in a, like, not pure white, but, like, a lot of white fabric cloak, kind of looking towards you. And as they recognize that you recognize that they're looking at you, they give you a small, like, 2-finger beckon as they kind of shulk into an alleyway.
Oh. Did everyone see that?
See
What?
See what?
There was someone over there. Did it look like fancy or would just
It looked like a nicer cloak.
someone in a very expensive looking cloak just beckoned us over down that alley?
All of us?
It would seem so.
I mean, I've
I
got
don't-
nothing else to do.
I don't say anything. I just start walking towards the alley.
Okay.
Bro is very trusting of strangers in the alley.
This is
I think it's more-
time. This is the second time Varun has followed a fucking stranger into a dark alley.
And you know what? He
The
hasn't
first
died
time,
yet.
the first time I had nothing better to do. This time I'm just angry. I don't have time for shit.
Okay, if he gets mugged, I'm going to say that he deserved it.
Do I hear that?
Probably.
Seraph gonna follow though.
Seraph's just being sassy. She's not disagreeing. She's just being sassy. She's spicy.
Aileen, are you going?
Yes.
Great. I'll be right behind you.
On the bright side of
Fair
it
enough.
Oh,
is mugging, and we'll have someone to...
hello, Evangelist.
Evangelist, your mic is like staticking out there.
We're playing an NES game.
Terrible.
There you go.
Hold on, let me.
It's fine now. It's fine now. It's fine now.
Bright side of it is
Thank
mugging, and we'll have somebody to take our frustrations off on.
Damn.
Alright, so what's down the alley?
Yeah, you guys step into the alley, and as you start walking down, a hand reaches out, and not in like an aggressive way, but in a trying to get your attention way, grabs onto. Who's leading the pack? Like, what's the marching order here?
Varen's definitely in front.
Varen's first?
Varen
Okay,
went
so
forward.
yeah,
Definitely
Varen, you feel a hand grab your shoulder, not in like a I'm gonna do some shit to you, but like a hey, I'm right here, grabbing your attention way.
I turn and look at where the hand is coming from.
You can see hidden beneath a white, oh god, that I don't like that description, silver hood to get out of sand. The other way. You see Jin as he kind of looks towards the alleyway to make sure that no one's watching as he pulls you into this building.
I thought you were on medical orders.
Is that what they're saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not wrong, but we need to talk. Urgent. This isn't a good place for it, but we'll have to slink through the alleys to get to a good spot that I know of.
Lead the way.
Perfect. Yeah, and you guys all see Jin as you approach. After seeing that his hand reach out, you kind of all react in whichever way you do. Like, how do you guys all react to seeing the hand outstretched from a doorway?
I'm in the
Just
back,
hand?
so I'm pretty
Well, you don't just see a hand, but like arm.
unfazed. Yeah, I'm pretty unfazed. I'm in the back.
Just the arm. Chayleen's gonna like worry a little bit.
And here I thought we were about to get out of work.
So it's like, I just want to go fucking play video games, man.
I just want to go back to sea. God damn it. No. It's fine. She's just being sassy
She's
for the
just
sake
being
of being
sassy.
sassy.
She's a very spicy cat. Has to hiss at everything. She doesn't not know when to hiss.
Hiss, I say, hiss.
Hiss!
You know what? That's an accurate enough description. She's just meant to be aggro all the time. That's it.
Holy shit,
Oh-
the
oh
NES
my
game's
God.
back.
Oh,
Holy shit.
Playing fucking Galactica, dude. Or Galaga.
That man is playing Galaga.
I I mean, I just kind of turn and look. I'm still like angry, so I turn and like glare at him, and as soon as I see that it's Jin, I like relax a little bit. I'm like,
Yeah,
holy
your
shit,
gaze
okay, you're
softens.
not.
You're
I'm
not
like, holy
dead.
shit, you're not dead, okay.
Yeah, but there's something strange happening, but we'll explain later. And Jin kind of starts leading you guys through the alleyway with his cloak billowing behind him like fucking Professor Snape walks through the halls of fucking Hogwarts. But yeah, you guys follow Jin for what feels like at least a good like couple dozen minutes until you eventually reach. At this point, you're in the Port District, in which he opens the door of like what you would at first glance assume to be a rundown building, as the door is like beginning to rot and crack away, but it pushes open into a like a bit nicer kept room, kind of dimly lit. With a small chandelier in the ceiling casting this light orange glow over the room as you all step in. And as you all step in, the light illuminates a bit more as your presence is known, seeing this large table sitting in front of you. And on this table there is a crest emblazoned into the middle of it. Actually, two crests. They're kind of cut in half.
what do they look like?
Hold on, I have to scrounge through. Schmeep, smart, schmeep, smart, schmeep, smart, schmeep, smart. I'll find it. I'm gonna keep scrolling through the DMs until I find it. I know you sent it at some point. Did you send it to me or did you put it in the art chat? Clea, Sarah, the Iron Mist family.
I thought I sent it to you because it was a dog.
You probably did that. Let me just look in the docs. You're right. Schmeep, smart. Shared with me. Why can't I find the stuff for... Was it in the swords folder? The Iron Mist stuff?
It was not.
Damn, okay. Let me try to find this again. Unless, do you have the...
Yeah,
the
I'm
emblem?
scrolling through. Unfortunately, it's not on my desktop. I think it's on my laptop.
Okay. Oh, found it. Found it. Save image.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Found it. Yes. There we go. Sorry. 1 second while I now do this. Art, world art. Schmeep. Shift Z, so it's all there. You see half of this, and then half of what appears to be some raptor bird of prey diving down from the sky. They're kind of like cut in half, so you kind of only see half of the image. And then, yeah, the room illuminates. And there is it's kind of like a two-tiered room in terms of on this bottom floor there is the table, and above there's kind of a catwalk balcony-ish that kind of leads up to a staircase. But yeah, Jin's like, Jin stands in the room in front of you all and is just like, well, this is where we're gonna have to meet. And he kind of grabs a small stone and throws it up into the air, and kind of a pink shroud fills the room and eventually dissipates at the edges of the room. Anyone who cares can roll an Arcana check, but not a mandatory check.
Shit.
I
Hold
wish
on,
to
sorry,
know.
my browser's freaking out. 1 second.
Damn, Notice is not having
Wow.
a great time. Actually, you rolled 19 earlier. You're just eating shit on these recent ones. Yeah, I mean, it also makes sense that Notice wouldn't know this.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I wouldn't know what it is, but I would be like, what?
Yeah, you're like, damn, that shit's crazy.
He's a magician.
Hold on. I'm almost there. So sorry.
Can I hire Jin for my kid's party?
No.
I don't know. I feel like you could get him to do some magic tricks if
I think you
this whole
vastly.
situation was resolved.
I
I think he
you,
would be happy enough if this whole thing was resolved that he'd do it.
I think you also vastly overestimate the magic abilities that Jin has.
That's probably true.
I think you vastly overestimate what type of class / motif he is. Niche.
Jin,
You're
for my
telling
son's
me
birthday, can you send him to the void?
you're telling me he's not a nerd.
Holy shit! Can you guys stop rolling nat 20s on me so hard?
No.
Fuck you.
My feelings.
Without missing a beat.
Jaylene and Varun. Seraph, you know that something is being cast, but you're not really able to put your finger on exactly what it is. There is several that kind of instantly flood your mind, but you never land on one specific theory. So whatever your first gut reaction is what Jaylene or what Seraph sticks with rather. But Jaylene and Varun, you would recognize just by the environment you're in and the just overall like situation you're in, that you recognize this as some kind of spell to get rid of any possible detection magic that could be snooping in on the room.
Joke's on you, Eddie. I thought it was a non-detection spell.
Yep, that's fair. And again, you weren't able to pinpoint any specific one, so you just go with what Seraph's
Oh yeah,
gut
she
reaction
doesn't
is.
know. She doesn't know evidence. That's what this is.
Yeah, that's the problem. She
like-
doesn't have the evidence. It's just
Probably this. Whereas Jaylene and Varun are like, oh yeah, this is for sure. That's what this is.
Absolutely.
I know those words. You can't fucking hide from me.
I know those words.
Anyway, sorry.
Varun sees Jin cast this spell and like visibly like he relaxed a little bit in the alley when he saw Jin, but he like physically deflates. Like I don't know if there's a chair
your
in
shoulders.
this room, but
Yeah, you had your shoulders and like everything was very tense, and you kind of are able to let this tension go. And you all kind of see
yeah,
Varen's shoulders kind of drop about like half an inch, and like his overall posture went from like ready and raring to go, like just everything was tense and like so he could just spring into action at any moment. But you kind of see that tension kind of dissipate throughout his body as
I was gonna say, is there a chair at this table or whatever we're
oh yeah,
standing at?
there are chairs all
Can
over
I
this
sit?
table.
I sit down.
Yeah, this is a longer table.
I'm like,
It's like, yes, we're taking utmost caution as we can. I'm not sure what's even happening anymore. But things have... Oops, sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, just me mumbling sass
Oh,
to
okay.
myself. Don't worry about it.
But, so I'm sure as you just saw coming out of the Shield Spire, there was a meeting this morning I was in attendance of with the Seeds of Sovereignty and the commander of the Spears. I'm sure you just met based on all of your demeanor in the last minute. There was a motion to get things handled quickly and a bit more resolutely, we'll say. It seems the city's no longer trying to take the quiet approach as they're going on what is essentially a full-blown combat with whatever is happening here. And in that, seeing as my condition was not great the day prior from the assault that happened in the basement, they decided to take me out of the position to instead let... Holy shit, why am I forgetting this? Volok take over. And, I'm sure you can see that that's a problem now.
Jesus. Nothing quite like a show of force to really show everybody how secure they are.
Exactly. And that's the problem. They think that this is going to help, but I think at this point now, I mean, people were already kind of ignoring the problem before, which isn't great, but I think this is much worse and a bit more of fear-mongering, which is my concern, but I don't know what came over the seats to think this was a fucking good idea. And as he says that, you can hear the door above open up and close with a nice little thud as you hear a collection of footsteps coming down the stairs. Until you see Seraph, 3 familiar faces.
Oh no.
You would see Ome. You would see
fuck. Shit!
Anduin. And Anduin Iron Mist, and then we'll say...
Oh no. Omai's fine, but Anduin, god damn it.
And then Dante, who's kind of chilling in the port.
Dante's chill.
Devil May Cry.
Dante Bosco?
Sorry.
Oh,
Not
no.
that Dante.
No.
Oh.
All of them are water genasi. So
Hmm.
kind of blue skin, these blue hair, and this kind of like, almost like elvish ears, but with a bit more like fish frill to it, almost. I have tokens for them. Let me put them on the map. So you guys can see what they look like.
Look at them having art. Wow.
This...
I don't think I was the one that found the art, but look
Nope,
at them.
it was me. This,
Of course it will
that
be me.
image
I
is...
never look for tokens.
That image, the lady is much older than that image lets on. Though she ages decently well. She ain't that young. She is grandma. But yes. You guys see these 3 step on down the stairs. There's Ome, this is... We'll say that one's Dante, and then this one's Anduin, because this one seems like a fucking pompous bitch.
Yeah, just a bit.
They're too big. Anyways, I can take them off the map. But yeah, you can see them step down as Ome's like, well, with Jin on this one, things are looking a bit strange. They all kind of step down the stairs to meet at this long table. Ome taking a seat at the head. And Jin also following suit, sitting to her right.
You all see Seraph straighten up a little bit. This whole time she has been giving out the aura that she wants nothing to do with this, and there's a kind of severity that comes over her features with the presence of these 3.
Ome gives you
Hi,
a small
I'm
little
noticed.
smile. Who is that shot off to? I assume Grandma?
Oh, all 3 of them.
All 3 of them? Ome responds into, nice to meet you, Notice. You seem a certain type of fella. Anyway.
Wow.
You are certainly one of the guys of all time.
Ome's sassy enough to say that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But we need to know everything that's been happening out there, dearies. This morning was cause for alarm for us. Everything that's happened was already a cause enough. Keeping our men making sure the port district's safe and all. But this is a gross overstep of everything.
Seems an awful lot of power to be handing over to the spears.
Right, that is. And
I'll tell you what we know, but unfortunately we're left with more questions and answers.
I'm right with you on that one there. But the probably suits you best if we disclose everything that's happened this morning. Ain't that right, Jin? Jin kind of nods. You'd be correct on that one, Omei. Probably for the best they know everything. At this point. Nomei's begins explaining what happened in this meeting that occurred this morning. She's, as a start, things were called in earlier than we typically do our meetings, and that's already a red flag in our eyes when things like that happen, so upon sitting down, we already had some tension within us, and Lisanne started off the meetings as she does, though she seemed a bit panic-struck in the recent times. Not to say she didn't have her composure, but she seemed a bit eager to get things going. And, well, they opened up discussions for the situation that had occurred the day prior, and what happened to our dear friend Jin here. With these becoming more common, they're trying to get a bit more rash upon the handling of the situation, and tensions were definitely rising with the other seats, but a lot of things were thrown around this morning. A lot of fingers being pointed at who's to blame for this misgiven. They eventually thought that Jin, seeing his condition, was no longer of use in the handling of the situation, which I disagree with. Jin is a right old man for getting these kind of things done in the past, with the whole handling he did in the years prior with the ongoing assailant from the hold up, my brain's forgetting what the name of these fucking things are. Oh, the whites that came in. That just sounds like I'm saying against white people. Whites being WIGHTs, which are essentially like zombies. Yeah. Yeah, I always assume that, not anything else. But obviously he's done well in the past, so I'm unsure why they were so eager to get rid of him, so that's already a concern of mine. Jin kind of looks up and is like, thank you, but that was also a thing of mine, because up until that point I had not had any other complaints from any higher-ups or anything about how things have been handled until now, and it's quite a shock to me.
Is there anybody in particular that seemed to start this pointing of fingers?
The pointing of fingers started a lot with some general murmurs, but the one that headed a lot of it was the good old Tenali Estek, the leader of the Luminous District over there, starting to... She claimed a lot of things, namely that, looks back at the monologue I have here, namely that the finger pointing that was being shot in her direction was unplaced, and that there was a citywide problem as seen by what had occurred the day prior, the beginning festival ceremony, and that things need to be handled and caused by incompetence and maladaptation from not only the people but the god itself, and then they motioned to get a bit more force put into the mix, which is a gross overstep on her end, but I guess not unfounded. That would be right, dearie.
We chanced to meet someone of the very same description when we went to Jin.
Bit of a right pompous asshole, that one, when you met her?
I had the misfortune to.
Sounds like her, then.
Very enthralled with the control aspect.
That sounds about right for her. I didn't... Not to say I dislike the woman, not to say I like her either, but she's very much focused on the upkeep of her businesses in the Luminous District. So it would seem that this situation's been harming her in a way that's probably may not be great, but that's just my take on it now. But it seems that bit of speech moved the other seats to motion for Vorloc's control of the situation and the city for the time being. which is unfounded and has not been seen yet in several generations, that the spirits have been brought in to handle such a misgiving. I, along with Jin, objected it, but it would seem that, along with, well, that he needs to pull up his notes for who would have rejected. Let's see. The people that agreed with her would have been Aguis. Let me type these out, because fuck, this one's a wild one. Aguis Quigawis. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't be shy. Say his
Yeah. Arundel Magrill. Again, spelling this out because this one's an Elvish name, so this one's fucking hell to.
What district?
I'll explain in a moment as I establish who's doing what. So that's, hold up. You lead that. You lead that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Until Magwell. Lisanne agreed, but she was a bit hesitant. I could tell that it was a difficult decision for her, but I pity the poor lass for being in the situation that she's in, but after all, it is a bit of her responsibility to make sure it doesn't happen in the first place, but that's neither here nor there. But, it was a 4-3 decision, so a tough one. Only myself, Jin, and Harvey Woods. That one's one I don't think I need to spell out for you guys, but I'll do it anyways.
Oh my god, one that I can write down on my own.
And would you believe me when I told you that was a human?
No.
The most man of all time.
Aguis Quigawis is the leader of the head of the Value Spire. I don't know if that name's gonna stick because I have yet to find a good name for it, but it's essentially the or was it the Mercantile? I'm gonna call it the Mercantile Spire because that sounds a bit better than the Value Spire. That is essentially the Merchants District. Arundel Magrill is the head of the Dreamers District, so the Rich People District, and then you had Tonali Estek, the head of the Dreamkeeper's House, and thus the runner of the Luminous District, who proprieted this, and then Lisanne Asenar, the Speaker of Ipsia, that also, where did that eraser just go? There it is. Who also agreed with it.
So there was someone from the Dreamers District and the Luminous District?
The Dreamers District is the rich people's house district. It's like the fucking manors and such. I do recognize it's bad naming to have the Dreamers District and the Dreamkeeper's House. Bad naming on my part. I'll probably rename the Dreamers District at some point. Let's see. We'll call it. I'm gonna keep it the Dreamers District for now because I can't be bothered to spend the time renaming it now. But I will be renaming it. I've been meaning to for a while.
What's the name of the person in charge of the Luminous District?
The Luminous District is Tonali Estek. Do you need me to respell that? I think it's been.
I thought I wrote that somewhere.
I'll just put it down for. I also realized that it in my book I have it as Etsek, but Estek just sounds better. Etsek just is ugly. But yeah, a lot of names.
What is Harvey Woods in charge of?
Harvey Woods is the residential district runner. The residential district is like the most like the least act, not in terms of like they don't do shit, but like in terms of all they have to worry about is making sure that the houses aren't fucking burning down and shit. So like they don't really have a lot of notoriety. The heads of the residential district very rarely get like involved with things beyond their own district, so he doesn't get his name out a lot. But now he is. Harvey's finally getting some attention.
I like that the rich people have their own separate representation. Very accurate.
Mm-hmm. But Harvey is just a guy.
He's just a guy. I respect that.
Oh, no, Harvey isn't a human. Let me pull out the tokens for these fuckers. So
what do you mean he's not a human? You told me he was.
I fucked up. I looked at he's Furbolg.
Yo, who the
Okay, you know what? I was about to make a joke that this could be Sam's character, but now you went and made him a Furbolg, so I can't use the joke anymore.
Huh?
Because Harvey Woods would have been just a guy, like just a human. I was gonna joke, oh yeah, Sam always makes human fighters.
Oh.
That would have been Sam.
Yeah, no, that was Harvey. This is shit. All right, I fucked up some art because I made some changes to my notes and I never changed the art. So, here's Agwas. Touche makes a very good point. It would be Chigues.
or like Chigi, like EWES, like you. So like Chigues.
Chigues, yeah. And then we've seen Tonelli, but I'll put her back on the map. So here's her. Again, I should just go through. Well, whatever. Here is.
You can put it in art later.
Yeah. Who's that fella? Oh, I know who that fella is. No, wait, hold up. This is, I think, Arendelle.
Who the fuck?
No, here's Aaron. Here's Arendelle. And
Am
then,
I supposed to be seeing tokens right now?
Are they?
I haven't seen stuff.
What the fuck?
What map are you on?
They appear and disappear very quickly.
Let me just fucking shebang.
I don't see any. Oh, there.
Oh, there's one.
Okay, there's one.
I guess it just takes. Weird. Anyways, let me just smack them all down. Why is he bigger? It doesn't matter, but just putting them down for
Is
visual
my
sake.
roll 20 broke? Oh, my roll 20 was broken. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Awesome.
I was gonna say, I'm like, these are definitely getting uploaded. And then here is Lisanne. You are. Let me actually. I think I made some of these fuckers. Oh, that's what that is. That's funny. That's just. I already have a tiefling. I fucked up that art. I'm gonna change things around.
Okay, well, it's fine. We don't have to worry about it too much.
Well,
right
I just made some whoopsies. Just so you guys know who. I mean, your characters don't know what they look like, but I want you guys to see them. Let's see. That one is. I think that would be. Hold up. No, this is fucked up. It's already fucked up. I don't have Agwas art. But yeah, we'll fucking handle this later. I'll get stuff posted in art at some point when I get updated art, because I obviously made some changes since the last time I did that. But yeah. Where were we? Yes, who signed off and not. Ome continues, but for the time being, Jin is off duty, but that gives him some play for other things that maybe he wasn't able to before, as I... not I, but, was propositioned by, some unnamed individuals from an unnamed household. He kind of glances over at Dante real quick. But, Jin kind of stands up. We need to figure out what's been going on to make them make a play like this so out of nowhere. And by them, I'm mainly concerned about Tonelli. This is a gross overstep on her part, but we don't obviously have anything evidence-wise to get much for her now that things have been postponed. But Dante had an interesting plan here of As you all may know at this point, that the Auroran Gala is coming up.
I found mention of it in Lucius's planner.
Well, that's where we're going to find the people of this caliber all gathered up in one spot. But namely, more importantly, Taneli is hosting at the Dreamkeeper Gala Manor, which is a wild sentence to have to say out loud because why does that even need to exist? I guess they just have venues for these things now, but I guess that's what money gets you. But it might be best for us to get into that and get away to either a conversation with her, plant some kind of tracker on her so we can watch her movements and